Dear viewer, we wish you a pleasant journey through this thread of answers. 58.1 KNL Which character death hit you differently, and why? Ya Ames give award #share 86% upvoted. I definitely ducked up by going into this comment section with all these spoilers, but that's on me. Fricking same bro. That girl from the bridge to Terabithia. That hit me so hard as an 8-year-old. A kid in my elementary school who was really smart and way above reading level had his 7th birthday party to go see this movie. Invited the whole class, but he was the only one who read the book. The rest of the party was just a bunch of parents trying to console their weeping children. One girl was crying so hard she threw up. What a freaking Chad. Hank in Breaking Bad and Walter's face afterwards just matched mine. You're the smartest man I know, but you're too stupid to realize he made up his mind 10 minutes ago. Kills me every time, no pun intended. What love about this quote is that it shows how Hank's character had changed too. He made his decision a long time before this that his job could easily take his life, probably after his time in El Paso, if not before then with Tuco. He made up his mind months, if not a year before, he was going to find Heisenberg, even if it killed him. The guy was hellbent on justice and was such a great foil to Walt. I really wish the series could have continued. BCS doesn't scratch the same itch for me. Ben from Scrubs. He wasn't even a major character, but at the time he was Dr. Cox's only friend, the only one who made him a joyous person, and that gut punch of a twist was something else. Where do you think we are? That's the Brendan Fraser character, right? The guy who constantly took photos? I'm literally watching Scrubs right now, lol. Enjoy those 8 seasons. Oberyn. You had him, dude, you freaking had him. No, his death pissed me off. Same. I witnessed him defeat the unbeatable only to get killed due to arrogance. It was more anger than arrogance. He could have finished off Gregor, but he wanted a confession. And in the books it was revealed that Oberyn used poison that prolonged Gregor's suffering. It shattered me when Brooks died in The Shawshank Redemption. His monologue is amazing. Absolutely. One of my all-time favorite movies, for this and many other reasons. I don't like it here. I'm tired of being afraid all the time. I've decided not to stay. Heartbreaking. Arthur Morgan. He was a good man who was dealt a bad hand. Really sorry for you, son, it's a hell of a thing. Still choke up over this game. When his horse is dying and he whispers thank you, that poop destroyed me. Ah man, that bit was brutal. I just can't get over that game for some reason. Boxer, from Animal Farm. He worked so hard his whole life, and to be sent to a glue farm while his best friend screams and runs behind him, chills man. Almost stopped reading then and there because it hit me so hard. That made me sad too. He was one of my favorite characters in Animal Farm. Fred Weasley was the worst. I have a twin sister, so it hit extra hard for me. Picturing life without my twin is not a life at all. Agreed. It was so sudden too. It was one of those deaths where you assume it has to be a joke or there is a twist where they come back. And then Lupin and Tonks, the fact that at the start of the fight Tonks was to stay home, presumably to prevent this very thing from happening and leaving their child an orphan. I really felt and shared Harry's grief in those following chapters. Mice Hughes from FMA for me. It's a terrible day for Rain. Well, at least Roy burned the ever-loving poop out of lust and envy. Most satisfying butt kickings in the series. I think that was the most satisfying butt kicking in literally anything I've watched. Stoic from How to Train Your Dragon 2. Not so much the way he died, but the funeral scene, the music and the recital by Gobber. Oh yes, this is the one. He just got his wife back, family's all happy, and then he dies. I didn't want to rewatch that movie for a long time because of how sad I felt about that. Count Olaf in A Series of Unfortunate Events, the books. Just something about a man so shaped by his own misery becoming a figure of cruelty and greed, relentless in pursuing the misery of others. He believes all people are this way in reality, and cannot see through the darkness. Use his intelligence and skills for good. Then he just dies, unredeemed on a coastal shelf, and no one has anything to say. That's also what I liked about the books as a kid. There was an underlying message of, sometimes terrible things happen and there's not much you can do about it, but try to get out the other side kicking. John Marston. He suffered so much in an attempt to move on from his past, killing all of his former comrades in the process. He finally reunited with his wife and kid, gets a small glimpse at a new life, and then he's shot down in front of a barn like a damn dog. Was painful to watch, doubly so after RDR2 came out. Came here to say this. Adding on, it was so unexpected, they gave you hope that you'd get out of it by sending you into Dead-Eye. The first time experiencing it I thought I failed the mission, but the cutscene sealed the deal. I was so shocked and sad. That horse in the never-ending story. Artax. I'm 35 years old and still cannot watch that movie without crying when effing Artax dies in the goddamn swamp of sadness. The Netflix thumbnail for that movie is that very scene. It's a nice reminder that I don't want to rewatch that fever dream of a film. The Iron Giant. Give me a good growling voiced Superman and I start to tear up. He did live though. Yeah, literally the last shot of the movie is of his decapitated head opening its eyes and smiling. Actually it's kinda creepy when you put it that way. Washburn in Serenity. He was my favorite character from Firefly, and I just wasn't expecting it at that point in the movie. When Kaylee says, "Wait, where's Wash? He ain't comin'." Boromir. First time I ever cried during a movie. Would have followed you, my brother. My captain. My king. As a kid, Legolas was so cool. As a high school/college kid, Gimli was the party fun dwarf. As an adult, Boromir. I understand him. As an adult, I resonate with Boromir so much more. But I hated Denethor as a kid, and I hate him even more as an adult. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.